Welcome to Questions That Matter. One of the core areas of work at TrustBridge is to evaluate how regulators perform on the adjudicatory function. Why is this important? The power to impose sanctions on regulated entities cannot be taken lightly. This is like a judicial function and therefore should follow processes that a good judicial entity should follow, such as a fair trial, such as the right to access materials that are used against the person, and more importantly, the release of the order in the public domain for everybody to see what both sides said and what was the rationale on which the regulator imposed any sanctions. Now, this is followed for all financial regulators in India. It is followed for electricity regulators in India. But the RBI is a notable exception. The RBI does not put out its orders on its website, so we never know exactly what happened, exactly what the offense was, exactly what the party said, exactly what evidence there was, and finally on what basis the RBI made the decision it did. That said, RBI does put out its press releases on what the sanctions imposed on various entities were. While we think that the entire order should be put out for legal transparency, in an article that Amol Kulkarni and I wrote that got published on the Leap blog, we said, fine, if you are not publishing orders and you're publishing press releases, can we at least look at the quality of your press releases and see what information is available for the public on what kind of sanctions you have imposed and the reasons that you may have given for imposition of those sanctions. This is extremely important if we want to improve the adjudicatory function at regulators and hold the regulators to account. We looked at two main cases that the RBI had put out in the last year. And this led to 4 press releases regarding the 2 cases. One set where they imposed certain sanctions on these entities, and one set where they revoked certain sanctions, presumably because the entities had corrected whatever mistakes that they had made. And we asked certain questions. Is the press release clear in the information it is giving on what the misdeeds of the entities were? Is it clear on what are the corrective steps that the entity needs to take to, again, win back its license or win back the right to seek more customers, etc., etc. And what is finally the sanction imposed on each of the entity. So we looked at each of these in great detail. And what we found is that none of this was clear. So in one case, for example, the RBI had penalized 4 NBFCs and it had clubbed it together. So you did not know which NBFC did what and how much was the fine on each NBFC separately. So everything is clubbed together. These 4 NBFCs have been accused of doing something, and then there is a list of things that have gone wrong, and there is a list of things that need to go right. But which NBFC and what has gone wrong and what needs to go right is not clear from that press release. Similarly, some months later, 2 of these NBFCs got back the license to do whatever it is that they were doing. It is not clear what corrective actions they had taken to actually get this license back. And so the point that we make in this particular piece is that this is not good enough, and we need a lot more clarity on what the RBI is saying about each NBFC and what each NBFC must do. And finally, the reasons for which both the sanction was imposed and then the sanction was revoked. Of course, you might turn around and say, but, do other countries do it differently? And so in this article, we also looked at a few other jurisdictions, such as the ECB and the Federal Reserve, to see what is it that they were doing about their press releases. And what we find is that those are much more clear. For each entity which is part, which has sanctions imposed on it, we find that there is clarity on what the problem was, how much the sanction was, what needs to be done to reverse the process. A lot more information is given out about the actions of the regulator against each entity. And of course, in these jurisdictions, you can go to the courts to fight against these orders. In India, there is no appellate mechanism such as the SAT that applies to the RBI. It applies to all other financial regulators, but RBI is not subject to any appellate mechanism, if you could directly go to the courts. So what do we finally want to say in this piece that there are a lot of changes that need to happen in the way RBI does its press releases. A lot more information needs to go out in these press releases. This is a move to improve legal transparency at RBI. And of course, our end goal should be that orders should be in the public domain, and the similar constraints and accountability mechanisms that are placed on the adjudication function of other regulatory agencies should ultimately be placed on the RBI. Thank you for watching Questions That Matter. If any of this intrigued you, please do write back to us. We would love to engage with you and keep coming back.